There's a phone call I can place in 2 different weeks of that job. And 11 years later, I still haven't settled which one actually happened first. I took the job that fall at a motor court off a New Mexico highway, a strip of 12 rooms built in the 50s, repainted just often enough to pass inspection. I ran the night audit, 11 to 7, checked in late arrivals, balanced the drawer, walked the row of doors at 2 with a flashlight. My first week, Sandra told me about the key ledger. Every key logged out and back in every night, even the key to room 6. Those 6 never took guests. 12 keys, 12 rooms, every night. That's just how her father kept it, and she never saw a reason to change it. Sometime that same season, a call came in past midnight. A man asking if the room still had heat, since last time the wall unit cut out around 2 and he'd nearly frozen. He said 6, caught himself, said he meant 4, and hung up before I could ask anything else. I wrote it off as a wrong number. Weeks later, near the end of my time there, frost thick on the window, the exact same call came through. Same voice, same complaint, same slip from 6 to 4. Around my 9th week, sorting old boxes stored in room 6, I found a staff registration card from January 1981. A name I recognized before I understood why. Sandra told me the name belonged to a night clerk from her father's time. Warren Tice. A heater in 6 had gone bad one winter, carbon monoxide, and nobody found him until the morning shift. That was part of why 6 never took guests again. The wall unit was original. Nobody trusted it after that, and retiring the room was cheaper than replacing it. Behind the file boxes, I found his personal logbook. Spiral-bound, his handwriting loose and slanted, mostly ordinary notes about weather and truck counts and a pilot light that needed relighting. Near the back, the entries repeated. The same wording about the heater cutting out around 2, written on 3 separate nights, each time phrased as though it were the first. On the last page, in a different, unfamiliar hand, was a phoned-in guest complaint. Heater failing in 6 around 2 in the morning. The caller correcting himself from 6 to 4 before hanging up. I sat with it a long time that night. The space heater under my desk ticking, wind working the gap under the office door the way it always did out there. I told myself the phrase had probably just been passed around by truckers for decades, calcified into a kind of highway superstition repeated without anyone remembering where it started. What I can't explain is which week the call actually landed in for me. Dated twice in my own notebook, same wording, same handwriting, ink unremarkable both times. I gave my notice that December, an ordinary reason. An easier job closer to home. My last night, I checked the key to 6 out and logged it back in, same as always. The phone rang once more before sunrise. When I picked it up, nobody answered. Just faint highway noise behind an open line, the kind you get from a payphone or a truck cab. I logged the call as a wrong number, the same way I had the first time, whichever week that actually was, and finished my shift. Sandra sold the property 2 years later. I still have both notebooks, both in my own hand, describing what should be the same call from 2 ends of a season I can't fully order.